Get that fucking trash out of your life. You have legacies to build. We grew that business from 3.4 million to 17.1. Horsepower, not horse shit. You want to be the parent that's an ally. They don't need another fucking friend. Not everybody's cup of whiskey. Toughest advice for the toughest businessmen. Be relentless. Today, what the great badass comic Jerry Seinfeld taught me about Goldfish. Michael McLean, NoBoBook.com, BadassLetter.com on a nice, warm Sunday afternoon. This morning was my first hockey session, Sunday morning kids recreational hockey. I love being back in my sanctuary. The cool air inside the ice hockey arena. I had 21 children on the ice, including my daughter Emery, out there, as you can tell from my voice, barking at the children, talking about skills and mental toughness, winning, losing. That is my solitude. I really enjoy being out there on an early Sunday morning and challenging these children, building self-image, building self-esteem, challenging kids, the kids to become better, fitness, skill development, and fun. Couldn't be better. So Jerry Seinfeld is one of my favorite businessmen, entrepreneurs on this earth. A lot of people look at Seinfeld as one of the greatest comics in history, which he is. But I have studied Jerry Seinfeld for years. I've read everything I can. I highly recommend that you research anything you can watch on YouTube, any interviews, any articles done on Seinfeld. The guy is a pure comedic genius, but he is also a pure entrepreneur. He's a pure badass world builder. So one of the things, I was reading an article from when Seinfeld was interviewed a couple of years ago, and it was talking about dealing with the attention span of today's customer, client, patient, prospect. So you as a businessman or salesperson, you've got to cut through every day. You're dealing with the attention span of your prospect, your client, your customer, or your patients. In other words, if your message isn't understood, if your message doesn't grab your prospect or customer or client or patient by the throat and grab their attention, then your message doesn't matter. Whether the message is an email, whether it's a text message, whether it's a video, whether it's a social media post, whether it's a TV ad or radio ad, a sales letter, a website, one of your signs, whatever it is, if it doesn't get consumed, if they don't read it, if they don't listen to it, if they can't stay with you for more than the so-called goldfish attention span, then there's no chance for your message to sell. Well, I look at this completely the opposite of other entrepreneurs and businessmen and consultants. First of all, they call the goldfish attention span the attention span of today's person between 3 and 7 seconds until the person is gone. And you can thank massive technology. You can thank 24/7 connectivity to smartphones. You can thank anti-social media for an attention span of 3 to 7 seconds. You can thank television. You can thank all of this massive screen time from, infants, young children, right up to adulthood, digital dementia. You can video games, the massive abuse of video games. So all of this over the last 20, let's say 25 years, has reduced the attention span of the average person from 3 to 7 seconds. So you'll hear a lot of business coaches, guys like me, gals like me, say, listen, your video has to be, I mean, it can only be 20 seconds. Your video can only be 30 seconds because of the Goldfish mentality. Nobody can watch a video that's long. Nobody will watch a 30-minute video. Nobody will watch a 10-minute video. Or you'll have a pretend expert, somebody who's really never sold anything in their life, never ran a business. They'll say, oh, your sales letter, this letter, it can't be more than a page because nobody will read it. Nobody will read it. So you can't send a 17-page sales letter. You can't write a 30-page sales letter. Or the pretend guru will say, they'll look at your website and they'll say, oh, there's too much content on here. Nobody's going to watch that video because it's longer than 30 seconds. Nobody's going to read the sales message on your website. So you have to shorten all that stuff up to 30 seconds to a few words because the Goldfish won't be able to read that. They don't have the attention span and your message isn't going to get through. Same thing with Facebook posts, Instagram posts, TikTok. I mean, that's another one where it's like 3-second posts, 10-second videos, that kind of stuff. So here's what my thinking is, and I talk about this in my brand new book. You can get a copy of my brand new book, by the way, at nobullbook.com. I talk about this almost every month in my paper and ink newsletter, my world building letter. You can get a copy. You can subscribe at badassletter.com. I talk about who the hell wants Goldfish for clients. Why in the world would you, as a businessman or an entrepreneur, care about the part of the population that has a 3 to 7 second attention span? Is that your customer? Is that your prospect? Is that your patient? Is that your client? And if it is, you're going to have a hard time in business. You're going to have a business that has all kinds of churn. You're going to have a lot of freebie seekers. You're going to have a lot of low end, race to the bottom clients and prospects. It's like you're almost a Walmart business or a Target business. One of these businesses where, cheapest price. The same thing with shortest attention. So I prescribe and have prescribed for all the years that I've been a consultant is you want to do the exact opposite of that. You want to attract readers. You want to attract consumers of good content. You want to attract people that can watch a 30-minute video, a 45-minute video, a 60-minute video. You want to attract clients and prospects that want to read a physical book, a 300-page book. They don't want an ebook. They don't want a Go Fetch PDF book. They don't want the cheapest price book. They want a 300-page physical book. They're readers. They'll watch a 60-minute video. Okay? They'll watch a special training that's 90 minutes. They'll watch a 90-minute webinar, a 2-hour webinar. If it's valuable and it's interesting, they'll watch it and they'll consume it. And here's the thing. Why would you want to attract clients and prospects with a 3 to 7 second attention span? See, in my business, Badass Millionaire World Building, I teach men like you how to build the world of your dreams. That's what I do. I don't do anything else. I teach men over the age of 45, married with children, in some cases grandchildren. I teach you how to build a world you never have to vacation from. I teach you how to build a kingdom you never need to escape from. I help you build a life and a business that is built around your life, not your life around your business. And I teach you how to finally live life and do business on your own terms. That's what my books are about. That's what my videos are about. That's what my telegrams are about. That's what my newsletter is about. That's what my masterminds are all about. They're all about building that world of your dreams so you can live life and do business on your own terms. They're about 2 words: personal sovereignty. So the last thing I want to do, the thing that I'm looking to repel, is the prospect or the client with the mosquito attention span. Okay, the goldfish attention span, as Jerry Seinfeld calls it. I don't want that person, okay, watching my videos. I don't want that person on my email list. I don't want that person buying my book. I don't want that man subscribing to my newsletter. I don't want that businessman in my world building program. I don't want that businessman in my mastermind. I want the man, okay, over the age of 40, 45, married with kids, successful already, looking to take things to the next level, whether it's his marriage, his relationship with his kids, maybe his physical or mental health, maybe it's, any of those areas. He's already a winner. He just needs to, there's a few areas in his life that he needs to level up, but he's already a champion in a lot of different areas. But he has an attention span. How in the world would I help a businessman who can't read a book? How in the hell would I help a businessman who won't consume a 30-minute video, even if it's a game changer? How can I help a businessman or an entrepreneur who is a goldfish, who has an attention span of 3 to 7 seconds? It's next to impossible. My webinar trainings are 2 hours long. When I do a webinar training or a press conference training for my guys once a month, the thing is 90 minutes minimum. My book is 300 plus pages. My newsletter is 22 pages. These videos on average are 20, 25, 30. I shot one last week, 51 minutes. Over 150 people watched it. Those are the 150 businessmen, fathers, and husbands I want. I want to repel the goldfish and the mosquitoes. I don't want those guys. I can't help those men because they have no attention span. Okay, they're tomato cans. They're buried and living in their cell phone. They have no connection with their spouse. They have no connection with their children. They're completely disconnected from themselves. And in a lot of cases, mental illness and physical illness for the constant connectivity. You can't win anything with a 3 to 7 second attention span. You simply can't win anything. I encourage my guys to go walk for an hour every morning, to do their road work for an hour. Well, if you have a set 3 to 7 second attention span, you can't do that. You can't even walk. You're distracted, you're on your phone. That's not what it's about. I prescribe to my men to read physical books for an hour a day, 1 hour a day minimum. That's a personal rule. Well, if you have a 3 to 7 second attention a goldfish attention span, you can't sit down with a book. You can't put your phone away. You're a tomato can. You can't be away from your phone. Okay, you've got the behavior of the poor down. You can't read, you can't walk, you can't write. All you can do is look super needy by walking around with a phone in your hand from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. You're showing me that you're a chump, not a champion. You're showing a guy like me, okay, that I can eat you for breakfast in business. You're showing me that you are so needy that I can negotiate and I can take anything I want from a guy like you because you've got a goldfish 3 to 7 second attention span. The guy I worry about in competition is the guy that can sit his ass down and study for an hour. That's the guy to look out for. I'm concerned in competition about the guy that can copyright operations money suck for an hour. I'm worried about the guy that gets up every day and puts on his runners and goes for a half hour, a 60-minute or a 90-minute power walk. That's the guy. And that's the guy I want as a client. I can't help somebody with a 3-second attention span. I can't help somebody with a 7-second attention span. So if you notice what I do with my emails and with this video, you're watching this video, we're at 14 minutes. Every day I test your mental metal. That's what I'm doing, okay? Now I can't be boring, stale, and expect you to watch, but I'm testing your attention span. I'm trying to get rid of anybody who can't watch a 35-minute video. I'm trying to get rid of everybody that doesn't read books. I'm trying to get rid of everybody who I can't have on a 90-minute webinar. I want to get rid of everybody I don't want in my mastermind, everybody I don't want in my newsletter. And that's on purpose. Because I'm working with guys, men, husbands, fathers, grandfathers who want to be top 1% cleaners, closers, rainmakers. I'm not worried about the pretenders and the poodles and the cupcakes and the tomato cans with the goldfish attention span. So that's what Jerry Seinfeld taught me about that in an interview. He said, he never worries about the audience with a 3-second attention span or a 7. His comedy makes you think a little bit. It was designed for a certain type of person. It's intellectual comedy. It's a show about nothing. And this is how Seinfeld, he was never concerned with dumbing his stuff down is what his point was. He didn't say, okay, I'm going to write stuff for the great unwashed and it's going to have to be 3 seconds long. No. Seinfeld used intelligent humor, observations that he saw. He wrote a joke every single day, 365 days a year, put the red X up on the calendar, and worked on material every single day. And I think he does to this day as well. But he taught me how, in that article, how to deal with goldfish by repelling them. Repelling the mosquitoes, repelling the goldfish with the 3-second attention span, because they make the worst customers. They work the worst clients. They make the worst patients. And you, as an entrepreneur and businessman, should want nothing to do with low attention span, low IQ, dumbed down clients, prospects, and customers. I talk about how to do this. I talk about how to attract the best of the best clients and patients and customers in my new book. I talk about how to attract the best top 1% clients and customers and patients in my monthly newsletter. And I talk about this at the advanced level, how to attract the best of the best, the high IQ, the high attention client or prospect, the person who has money, who can buy and wants to buy in my masterminds. And you can get more information about those things below. That's it for today. Jerry Seinfeld is one clever and sharp individual, and he is a guy that is worthy of your study. That's it for today. I got to save my voice. I'm back on the ice this Tuesday with my daughter's school, power skating. My dad and I out on the ice. My dad's 89 now. He's going to be out on the ice again this year, God willing. And we'll be out there barking at the kids and losing our voices and having some laughs and having the time of our life. So until tomorrow, make sure you tell your wife and your children, no matter where they are, how much you love them, how much they mean to you, and give them the greatest respect ever. Give them your time. Be present. When you're home, be present. When you're at dinner, be present. Own your mornings. Win your mornings. Conquer the chaos in the afternoon. Take care of the chaos after lunch. And then the evenings, every single evening, that's for the non-needy family man. That time is for family. And make sure you put that phone away at night and at dinner time and be with the people that matter the most to you. 2 words that changed my life, 2 words that can change your life. Be relentless.